Welcome to Competitive Wisdom.
What is the primary function of the kidneys in the human body? What causes day and night on Earth? Which Indian missile is named after a divine weapon from Hindu mythology? Which organ in the human body produces bile to help digest fats? The INS Vikrant is associated with which branch of the Indian military? The Johar technique of water conservation is traditionally used in which Indian state? Which of these is a traditional farming method still practiced in many tribal areas? The Bhimbetka rock shelters, known for prehistoric cave paintings, are located in which Indian state? Which gas is responsible for the formation of acid rain? The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Hampi is located on the banks of which river? Who is the first Indian to win the Nobel Prize in Literature? The term golden quadrilateral is associated with the Kalinga Award given by UNESCO is associated with which field? Which organ in the human body produces red blood cells? Which international organization has the motto, "It's your world"? What is the primary source of energy for the water cycle? Who is known as the Wizard of Hockey? In which state is the Hornbill Festival, a major tribal festival, celebrated? What is the main ingredient in jaggery? Which Indian city is famous for its traditional pashmina wool? The term black gold is often used to refer to Which part of the Earth experiences the least gravitational pull? The lion capital of Ashoka, which is India's national emblem, was originally carved on which pillar? In traditional Indian kitchens, which leaf was commonly used to preserve food for longer durations? The Indian Air Force's Sarang team is known for performing aerobatics using which helicopters? The Meenakshi temple in Tamil Nadu is famous for which unique architectural feature? What is the name of the world's highest altitude cricket ground located in India? In the human body, which organ has the ability to regenerate itself? Which Indian personality is known as the father of the Indian nuclear program? The blue color of the sky is mainly due to which phenomenon? What is the traditional harvesting festival of Assam called? The famous tree of life motif in Indian handicrafts is commonly seen in which form of traditional art? Which organ in the body controls balance and movement? What is Jaltarang? Which international organization was formed to maintain world peace after World War II? The famous Chero dance that involves dancers stepping between bamboo poles is from which Indian state? The Pattachitra style of painting, known for its intricate detailing, originated in which Indian state? The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are home to which rare tribal group that has minimal contact with the outside world? What is the primary function of platelets in human blood? Which traditional Indian game is believed to be the origin of modern-day Ludo? In Indian mythology, which river is considered to have originated from the locks of Lord Shiva? What unique feature of owl eyes gives them excellent night vision? The Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve is located in which Indian state? The Bhoot Jolokia chili, one of the spiciest in the world, is grown in which Indian state? What is the primary reason for the salty taste of seawater? The Great Indian Bustard, an endangered bird, is primarily found in which region of India? What does the Mangalyaan mission primarily study? The Tawang Monastery, the largest monastery in India, is located in which state? Which part of a honeybee's body is responsible for producing wax? The Surya Namaskar is a sequence of how many yoga postures? Which Indian city is known as the Diamond City of India? What is the main function of the mitochondria in a cell? The world's first floating post office is located in which Indian state? In which Indian classical dance form are mudras and facial expressions used to convey stories? What is the main function of stomata in plant leaves? In which Indian state is the world's only floating national park located? After the Great Wall, what is the approximate length of the walls surrounding Kumbhalgarh Fort in Rajasthan? Which gas is responsible for the characteristic smell of rotten eggs? The Saddle Peak is the highest point of which Indian Union territory? What is the primary reason why camels can survive long periods without water? Who is the first woman to receive the Bharatanatyam, India's highest civilian award? The Great Indian Hornbill is the state bird of which Indian state? Which vitamin is produced in the human body when exposed to sunlight? Which of these materials is biodegradable? The Ganga Sagar Mela is a major religious gathering held in which Indian state? The Dandi March, led by Mahatma Gandhi, was a protest against which British law? Puklam is a traditional floral decoration made during which Indian festival? Which Indian city is known as the City of Destiny? The Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in which year? Which part of the human digestive system is responsible for most nutrient absorption? The Curry's system, an ancient water management technique, is still found in which Indian region? What unique feature makes the Lonar Lake in Maharashtra scientifically significant? What is the function of the Jagbuson's organ found in some animals like snakes? Which Indian folk art form is traditionally painted on mud walls and uses natural colors? What happens to the boiling point of water at high altitudes? In which Indian state is the Izuku Valley, famous for its seasonal flowers, located? What was the primary objective of the Chipko movement in the 1970s? What is the significance of Shani Shinganapur, a village in Maharashtra? What is the name of the river that runs close to the Meenakshi temple in Madurai? What makes the double coconut tree, Coco de Mer, unique? Which traditional Indian martial art originated in Kerala and is considered one of the oldest fighting systems? The Mavasyandram village in India is famous for what natural phenomenon? Which ancient Indian game, often played by royalty, is considered a precursor to modern chess? The Kalakkad Mundanthurai Tiger Reserve is located in which Indian state? Which Mughal emperor built the Buland Darwaza in Fatehpur Sikri? The Sundari tree is commonly found in which type of ecosystem? Which mineral is responsible for the red color of red soil found in parts of India? The UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage tag has been awarded to which Indian classical dance form? The Chanaptana toys of Karnataka are famous for their unique craftsmanship. What material is primarily used to make these toys? Which Indian freedom fighter is also known as Deshbandhu, friend of the nation? The Indian Armed Forces celebrate Navy Day on which date every year? The Gita Govinda, a 12th century Sanskrit text, was composed by which poet? The Arjun battle tank is manufactured in India by which organization? Which known renewable resource is extracted from the Jharia mines in Jharkhand? Which traditional rice growing method is practiced in the flooded fields of Assam? The anemometer is used to measure what? The Rogan art of painting is unique to which Indian state? What is the main reason for the black soil in India being ideal for cotton farming? Which Indian scientist is credited with developing India's first indigenous satellite, Aryabhatta? Which Indian cricketer is known as the Wall due to his solid defensive batting? What is the holy book of Sikhism called? Which Indian writer authored the famous novel Godan? Which sport is associated with the Ranji Trophy? Which Indian athlete won a gold medal in shooting at the 2008 Beijing Olympics? What is the place of origin of Buddhism? Which tennis tournament is played on clay courts? What is the religious text of Islam? Which sport is associated with the Santosh Trophy? What is the holy book of Christianity? Who is the first Indian woman to win a medal at the Olympics? Which Indian player has won the most Grand Slam titles in doubles and mixed doubles? Who composed the famous epic poem? Which Indian writer was awarded the Nobel Prize for Economics in 1998? Which Indian cricketer scored the first ever double century in ODI cricket? Which city is known as the spiritual capital of India? Who wrote the national song Vande Mataram? Which trophy is awarded in international test cricket series between India and Australia? Which Indian religious leader is credited with founding the Ramakrishna Mission? Which Indian badminton player became the first to win 2 Olympic medals? Which religious text is considered the foundation of Jainism? Which Indian king is believed to have played a major role in spreading Buddhism beyond India, particularly to Sri Lanka? Which religious leader is associated with the foundation of the Baha'i faith? Which religion was founded by Mahavir, who is regarded as its 24th Tirthankar? Which religion was founded in China and is based on the teachings of Laozi? Which Indian saint and philosopher is credited with reviving Hinduism and establishing Advait Vedant philosophy? Which animal's baby is called a joey? Which part of an elephant helps it detect vibrations from long distances? What is a baby swan called? What is a baby goat called? What is a baby shark known as? Which animal uses echolocation to navigate in the dark? What is a baby fish called? Which bird's super eyesight allows it to spot prey from miles away? What is the young one of a deer called? Which human-made activity affects the echolocation ability of whales and dolphins? What is the young one of a fox called? Who is the famous Kathak dancer and Padma Vibhushan awardee? Who wrote the novel Train to Pakistan based on India's partition? Which Indian musician is known as the Mozart of Madras? Which award is given for excellence in Indian classical music and dance? Who is known as the father of modern Indian theatre? Which Indian artist painted Bharat Mata? Which Indian filmmaker won an Oscar for the documentary The Elephant Whisperers? Who is the first Indian to win an Academy Award Oscar for Best Original Score? Which Indian cartoonist created the common man character? Who is the first Indian woman to direct a feature film? Who is the first recipient of the Dada Saheb Phalke Award? Which award is considered the highest literary honor in India? Which Indian classical dancer is known for reviving the Bharatanatyam dance form? Which award is given by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, ICCR, to foreign writers for promoting Indian culture? The Indian national emblem features 4 lions. How many lions are visible in the emblem? Which animal is depicted on the emblem of the Reserve Bank of India, RBI? What is the motto written below the national emblem of India? The Sun Temple of Konark is shaped like a giant. The term LBW is associated with which sport? Which taste is detected by the back of the tongue? Adding salt to raw mangoes to make pickles is an example of. What is the equivalent rank of an army colonel in the Indian Air Force? Which instrument records ground motion during an earthquake? During evaporation, water changes from which farming technique involves growing two crops alternately on the same land? The Charminar is located in which Indian city? Which seed is dispersed by due to its wing-like structure? Vikramaditya is A. The bamboo drip irrigation system is native to which state? Which gas released during volcanic eruptions worsens global warming? How many permanent members are in the UN Security Council? Which enzyme in saliva breaks down starch? Which seed uses parachutes to fly? The Tejas is India's indigenously developed. Fossil fuels are formed from. Where is the World Bank headquartered? Kund structures for water storage are famous in. The Dhyan Chand Award is given for excellence in. UNICEF primarily works for the welfare of. What is India's national fruit? What is the safest place to stay during an earthquake? What do cotyledons provide to a seedling? Who built the Qutub Minar? Which nutrient is primarily digested in the stomach? The Blue Revolution is associated with. The Satriya dance is from which state? Which animal is India's national heritage animal? Which part of a plant helps attract pollinators? What is formed when water vapor cools and condenses near the ground? Who wrote the children's classic Malgudi Days? The pheran is a traditional outfit worn in. Which coal type has the highest carbon content? Why does a coin fall faster than a leaf? The instrument sarod is played by which renowned musician? The system of rice intensification, Shri, aims to. Which animal can regrow its tail if cut off? What is the first part emerging from a seed during germination? What microbe is commonly used in the fermentation of idli and dosa batter? The Dronacharya Award is given to outstanding. Which process describes water soaking into the soil? Who wrote the Tamil epic Silaptikram? The IAF rank Air Chief Marshal is equivalent to the armies. Why do astronauts float in space? The ghatam is a percussion instrument made of. Which organ absorbs most water from undigested food? Losar is a New Year festival celebrated in. The Theyyam ritual dance is performed in which state? The Red Cross symbol is inspired by the flag of which country? The Saka calendar was adopted as India's national calendar in which year? Which state is India's largest coal producer? Who wrote the novel The White Tiger, which won the Booker Prize? The Indian Navy's admiral is equivalent to the Army's. The Subroto Cup is associated with which sport? Who first calculated the Earth's circumference? The Kisan Credit Card scheme was launched to help farmers access. The Mridangam is a classical instrument from which state? Which seed is dispersed by exploding pods? Which country is not part of the G7? The Indian roller bird is the state bird of which state? The Karagatam dance form originates from which state? UNHCR works primarily for. In desert plants like cacti, photosynthesis occurs mainly in the. The primary component of natural gas is. Surangam, a traditional water harvesting system, is used in. The Soil Health Card scheme helps farmers understand. What is the primary reason we don't feel Earth's rotation? Which factor can delay seed germination? The highest honorary rank in the Indian Army is. Dengue fever is spread by the bite of which mosquito? The first Indian to travel to space was. The World Health Day is observed on. The Brihadiswarar temple in Tamil Nadu was built by which Chola king? What is the scientific name of India's national bird, peacock? Why do objects weigh slightly less on mountain tops compared to plains? Which fossil fuel is considered the cleanest due to low carbon emissions? The iron pillar in Delhi, known for rust resistance, was built during the Shehnai was popularized by which legendary musician? The Arjuna Award is given by which ministry? The World Trade Organization (WTO) was established in which Indian city is home to the world's largest religious monument, the Swaminarayan Akshardham Temple? The book Geetanjali, which won the Nobel Prize, was originally written in which language? Which Indian tribal community is known for its dhokra metal casting art? What is the main cause of eutrophication in water bodies? In high-altitude Himalayan regions, people rely on which staple food for energy? What is a unique adaptation found in animals living in the mountains? The Kalbelia community of Rajasthan is famous for which cultural art form? How does water behave differently at high altitudes? Which tribal group of India is known for honey collection in the forests of the Western Ghats? What is the major cause of groundwater contamination in urban areas? Which Indian state has a famous floating national park located on Loktak Lake? What role do mangroves play in coastal ecosystems? What is the main function of gills in aquatic animals? Which mountain pass connects Leh, Ladakh to Manali? What is the staple food of the people living in the coastal regions of India? Which common kitchen ingredient can be used to check water acidity at home? Which of the following is not a microbial disease caused by contaminated water? The Himalayan yak provides which essential product to mountain dwellers? Which Indian state is famous for Chhaut dance, a tribal martial art form? What happens when salt is added to boiling water? Which forest-based produce is commonly used in making perfumes? The Baga tribe, known for their tattoo traditions, is primarily found in which state? Which Indian state has the highest number of recognized tribal communities? What is the primary reason for the blue color of ocean water? In which language was the original Ramayana written? Tholu Bomalat is a traditional shadow puppetry art form of which state? The Parsi community follows which ancient religion? What scientific instrument is used to measure humidity in the air? What device is used to measure very high temperatures, such as in furnaces? Which festival is celebrated in Tamil Nadu to mark the harvest season? What is the official language of Goa? The Basilica of Bom Jesus in Goa houses the remains of which saint? Which city in Uttar Pradesh is known as the City of Nawabs? What is the state animal of Uttar Pradesh? What is the traditional folk dance of Punjab? What is the official residence of the President of India in Delhi called? Which city is known as the City of Pearls in Telangana? Which famous university in ancient Bihar was known as a global center of learning? Which is the largest coffee producing district in Karnataka? Which island in Andaman and Nicobar is famous for its bioluminescent waters? What was the cellular jail in Andaman and Nicobar Islands famously known as? What is the traditional dance form of Lakshadweep? Which Indian kingdom was known for its Which Indian city is home to the world's highest railway bridge? The first bullet train corridor in India will connect which two cities?
Thanks for joining us today. Get ready for more exciting content on GK, intelligence, maths, and language. Subscribe now to stay updated
National
and
Safety
keep
Day in
learning with
India
us.
is
Thank
observed
you.
every year on